What's up, everybody? It's your boy Stevie the Black. That's STEVEE the Black. I'm back, and I'm here to give you another Monday Night Raw review today. Raw was Raw in the past couple of weeks has been dropping as of late. We all know that since the draft, SmackDown Live has been beating SmackDown, but last week I think was an all-time low since before the Attitude Era started, where because the debate was on last week, plus Monday Night Football, stuff was just happening, and Raw really needed to step up its game. So did Raw do that, or did it get even worse? Let's find out. So Raw kicks off with your new United States Champion, my boy, the big dog, Roman Reigns. And he's in the ring talking about how he'll give Rusev another shot. No, he's in the ring bragging or whatever like that. Lana comes out and she says, give Rusev another shot. Reigns is like, Rusev wants to come get a shot, he can come at me. Obviously, he says it a different way. He says it in a more joking kind of way. And here's the thing. Save the jokes for John Cena, okay? Because the jokes, that's John Cena's thing. As for Roman Reigns, his character needs to be, I'm a tough guy, okay? The difference between him, and here's the thing, right? Triple H can be serious and menacing too. But the thing is, when Triple H was with DX, that man was funny. That man did things you were like, what? I can't believe he did that. That's what made DX work, because he and Shawn's comedy together was just great. Roman, I think, can do that too. It's just, he does it in a not a Triple H kind of way, but like I said, in a John Cena type of way. If he's going to be funny, do Triple H's style. But other than that, I would say more like a Batista kind of thing, or a Mark Henry kind of thing, where he's like Hall of Pain-esque, but in a face kind of way, not a heel, obviously. But other than that, Rusev comes out after Roman Reigns says, take your husband's balls to him or something like that. They come out, they fight. Rusev kicks Roman Reigns into the crowd. He takes the United States Championship, thinks he's gone, and then eats a Superman punch and says, you want a rematch? You got it, but it's going to be inside Hell in a Cell. So that match is booked. We got Hell in a Cell, baby, and I am excited. All right, so I gave that segment a B. Next, we got TJ Perkins taking on Brian Kendricks in a normal match. For whatever reason, I thought it was going to be a title match, but I guess either they changed it or I just took it the wrong way. But anyway, I had a feeling coming out that this match that Brian Kendrick was going to win, and I was right. He won. Obviously, he cheated, but I was right, and he won. Obviously, so that means that Hell in a Cell is going to be a rematch. Who wins? I'm a leaning toward TJ Perkins because he just won the title. But I love the fact how they dove into the story of Brian Kendricks used to take, they used to be friends, and he used to take TJ Perkins to wrestling shows and schools where he can learn the art and ways of wrestling and stuff like that. So that's all a good storyline. We're starting to learn who these guys are instead of just, hey guys, I'm a cruiserweight and I can jump and flip around. No, the WWE, like I said, is a story. And in that story, you have to care about the characters. Otherwise, it won't matter. And I'm starting to care. So, B. Next, we have Seth Rollins' interview with Michael Cole, where basically he broke down why Kevin Owens is a chump, how he knows how everything works, how he's alone, this and that. And I thought it was a pretty good promo for this. I don't need to dive deep into it. If you want to look at it, go look it up on YouTube. But for the most part, his interview was pretty good, I thought, and he started to transition into that babyface. A couple of weeks ago, before Clash of Champions, and he wasn't acting like a face. He was kind of still acting like a heel. And I'm like, well, is this dude face or is he heel, And I just find it so interesting, like, he turns his back on his friend, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm on top of the world. Now he gets his back stabbed, and how he's all like, why would you turn your back on me? So I just find it interesting, but that's wrestling, so, But anyway, B. So next we had Braun Strowman taking on Chase Silver, and Chase said the reason why he can beat Braun Strowman is because he had a dream. Well, dreams don't come true when you're facing a guy like Braun Strowman, and, well, after that, obviously it was quick beat down 1, 2, 3. Strowman says Foley better get him some real competition or some stuff about to happen. So now I'm interested. And it's interesting because my dad said yesterday when he was watching it, he said, where's the Big Show at? I said, he's on Raw. And he's like, that'll be his opponent. So I'm guessing either Big Show, Mark Henry. Heck, he might even throw him R-Truth for Goldust or something like that. I don't know. But I do like the idea of obviously seeing him versus Braun, him versus Big Show or Mark Henry, but I can see in the near future somewhere a what do you call it? A championship match with Roman Reigns for the United States Championship. I can see that coming in the future. So the question is, does he win? All this momentum he's having, does he win that match? So we'll see. I even see one against Big Cass, so look out for that. Next up we have Kevin Owens, and he responds to Seth Rollins, and he's out there with Chris Jericho. Man, I've never been one of the biggest Chris Jericho fans, but this latest run he's doing, man, like, I liked Chris Jericho, but I wasn't like, oh my god, I gotta see what Jericho's doing. But this Jericho run is so funny because he can take the simplest things and turn it into the most funniest things. Going, yeah, you're on the list. You're on the list. You're on the list. It's just so funny when he does it. It's just incredible. And then, you know, obviously with the it and stupid idiot, I'm really surprised they haven't made this stupid idiot a shirt yet, because really they need to. But then again, this is a kid show. But it's not like the Attitude Era when they were having worse stuff than that. So is it that bad to have stupid idiot on a shirt? Is it? There's way worse stuff you can put on a shirt. I've seen. There was that. Then they decided to challenge the New Day for the tag team titles, and there was a small hint in there that we could be seeing KO versus Chris Jericho for the Universal Championship, when he said, let's challenge them, and KO was like, nah, I don't want to. He's like, come on, man. I'm challenging you for the belt. And everyone was like, oh, and Kevin Owens was like, yeah, man, let's do it. So obviously they're starting to build the tension. I heard the rumor that there was going to be a triple threat between Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, and Chris Jericho inside Hell in a Cell for the Universal Championship. I also heard that Jericho is leaving after Hell in a Cell. So obviously there goes that. But I would be interested to see the match. And, you know, but back to this thing. So they challenge the New Day. The New Day comes out. They're cracking jokes like always. They're being funny. Whoever's saying that the New Day is losing its spark is obviously not paying attention to the Raw. But obviously for me, the highlight of the night was when Xavier Woods was like, Kevin Owens, when's the last time you jumped over anything? That was like the best thing of the night. That was equal to like when Jericho said he was going to sit on Big Cass's lap. That's how funny it was. I was like, oh my god. He said, like, he got it. That was funny. It was hilarious. Oh my god. So obviously later in the night, they had a match. So, but I gave that segment away. Incredible. Now we get to the not so great parts of Raw. I believe this was around the 2:30 mark. So, next we had Sami Zayn versus Titus O'Neil. Apparently Titus O'Neil is coming up with some kind of brand now. I think it's the O'Neil brand or Titus brand or something like that. And he lost to Sami Zayn. So, yeah. I mean, glad he won, but, I mean, Sami Zayn just... Apparently, like I said, they're trying to do the whole Daniel Bryan thing, but I don't even think Daniel Bryan lost this much. I mean, dad, like, he gets a big win in a feud, and then he's lost in the shuffle. I mean, what? So, hopefully he's going somewhere soon. What happened to him teaming up with Neville? Those two could be a contender for the tag team titles. Anyway, so next we had... that was a C, by the way. Next, we had Golden Truth versus the Club, and obviously the Club won, and they said no more jokes, and they're going to be serious now, so we'll see where that goes. I mean, the New Day really doesn't have a, challenger for the titles. I mean, you had Jericho, which obviously that's not going to lie. You got the possibility of Neville and Zayn. You've got the Club. You got Enzo and Cass, but they're not feuding with anybody right now. You got the Shining Stars, and I guess that feud's over with now, so who knows? Finally, speaking of Jericho, you've had the New Day versus Jericho. Obviously, he is dominated, as they always do. Seth Rollins comes out, causes the distraction, allows the New Day to win. Kevin Owens leaves Jericho behind, so probably expect to see something along the lines of, dude, why'd you leave him behind, and yada, 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 stuff like that. So, again, building tension for the supposedly triple threat match for the Hell in a Cell match at Hell in a Cell. Other than that, it was nothing to sneeze about, so see. But Xavier Woods, though, with that flip he did, bro, he needs to be wrestling more, okay? I like to see the combination of Big E and Kofi Kingston, but we need to get Xavier Woods in. How about you save the pay-per-view for Big E and Kofi Kingston when you're defending the titles? But for Raw, you have Kofi and Xavier. You have Big E and Xavier. Give Xavier some more wrestling time because he needs it. Not that he needs it because he's horrible, but because he just has so much talent and you don't want to go that to waste. Next, he had Rick Swann versus Tony Nese, and I knew Tony Nese was going to win. I actually skipped to go watch some Vikings and Giants football in that match. So, again, I always got the black guy dancing, though. Like, I know we make up some great dance moves and stuff, but, I mean, that's not all we're good for. But, except if you're the New Day, because they can get away with it. Other than that, I mean, so see. Again. Next, we had Sheamus and Cesaro taking on a couple of jobbers. And again, it was a C. Again, I was watching Monday Night Football because I knew they were going to win, but I knew there was going to be some tension. But this has the potential to be like what Team Hell No was. If you remember, Daniel Bryan and Kane didn't get along at first, and they went to therapy and stuff like that, and eventually they coexisted and accidentally won the tag team titles. I don't think that's going to happen with the New Day because the New Day, I think, is on their way to breaking Demolition's record for... which was, I think, 478 days as champions. So, I think they said that sometime around TLC. So, I mean, if they can break it around maybe 490, maybe even close to 500, then okay. So, but they better win Tag Team of the Year. They should have won it last year, and I was upset about that. So, they better win it this year. They better win it. And finally, the main event, Charlotte versus Sasha Banks for the Raw Women's Championship. Man, that match was an A. It was incredible. Where was this when I started watching wrestling? I mean, yeah, the girls were sexy back then, but there was no wrestling. Now it's about you can be sexy and wrestle. I mean, Sasha Banks, she's pretty. Oh, she's cute. Charlotte, she ain't half bad. Bayley, she's cute. You know? So, I was like, they can be cute and they can also wrestle. Dana Brooke, she alright. She alright. Apparently, her and Dolph Ziggler going out. I didn't know that, but apparently they are. So, I mean, we all know why Dolph Ziggler did. And let's not be, but still. Okay. Anyway, back to the match. The match was great, obviously rivaling that of Lita and Trish Stratus when they main evented Raw a couple of years ago. Not a couple years ago, but years ago. And great match. And Sasha Banks won. And I think not only was that for the help of the ratings, but because I just found it interesting. I was like, wow, she challenged her and beat her on Raw again. I'm hearing that there's going to be a Hell in a Cell match for the tag team women's championship. I'm thinking Hell in a Cell. I mean, it has gotten that personal where it could be that way. But I'm thinking, do they really need to be inside Hell in a Cell? I don't know. I don't know if I'm on board yet. I don't know if I'm not. But I must say, if they do it, I'm interested to see where it goes. But that was Monday Night Raw. We started off strong with Bees and that 1A with the KO and New Day. And then ended strong with Sasha Banks versus Charlotte for the women's title. Ended with an A. We had a couple C's in there, but I definitely think it redeemed itself from last week. SmackDown Live, which I'm all about. They need to do something special. I mean, this Sunday is their pay-per-view No Mercy. So, hopefully they step it up tonight. I don't think we'll see what SmackDown Live can do. We'll see. Not expecting much, but we'll see. We'll definitely see. Alright, but that was Monday Night Raw. Stay tuned. I have got another video for you, and it's something interesting. And if you're not down with that, I've just got 2 words for you. Peace out, bro.